Look upon the scene in lonely Gethsemane. Angels witness with amazement the despairing agony of the Son of God, and nature groans in sympathy with her bleeding, dying author. The earth trembles, the sun refuses to behold the scene, the heavens gather blackness, the angelic hosts hide their face from the awful sight. The separation that sin makes between God and man was fully realized by the innocent, suffering man of Calvary. He was oppressed by the powers of darkness, and Satan declared that Christ was in his hands and that he was superior in strength to the Son of God, that God had disowned his Son. If Christ was indeed in favor with God, why did he die? Could not God save him from death? Such were the temptations that Satan pressed upon the Son of God, while legions of evil angels were all about him, and the holy angels were not permitted to break their ranks and engage in conflict with the reviling foe. Christ could not see through the portals of the tomb. Bright hope did not present to him his coming forth from the grave, a triumphant conqueror, or tell him of the Father's acceptance of his sacrifice. All he could realize during this time of amazing darkness was the heinousness of sin that was laid upon him and the horror of its penalty, death. He feared that sin was so offensive in the sight of his Father that their separation was eternal. The temptation that his own Father had forever left him caused that fearful cry from the cross, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" But when in his expiring agonies, despair pressed upon the soul of the Redeemer, he relied upon the evidences that had hitherto been given him of his Father's acceptance. And as he yielded up his precious life, by faith alone he rested in him who hath been his joy to obey. Though all was enshrouded in gloom, yet amid the awful darkness, which was even felt by sympathizing nature, the Redeemer drained the mysterious cup to the dregs. Though he realizes but dimly that he shall triumph over death, he cries with a loud voice, "Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit." He is acquainted with the character of his Father. He understands his justice, his mercy, and his great love. In submission he commends himself to God. And mid the convulsions of nature, the amazed spectators hear the dying words of the man of Calvary, "It is finished." The heaving earth, the rent rocks, and the terrific darkness proclaimed that it was the Son of God who died. There was a mighty earthquake. The veil of the temple was rent in twain. Terror seized the executioner and the spectators. As Christ commended his spirit into the hands of the Father, the mocking and jeering of the chief priests and elders were hushed. The astonished throng began to withdraw, and in terror groped their way to the city. They smote upon their breasts as they went, and speaking scarcely above a whisper, said among themselves, "Is it an innocent man that has suffered? What if indeed he were the Son of God?"